believe in magic. Ghosts, demons.
Inbound! Inbound! Find cover!
Bad things. You can't escape the past.
Hello, and welcome to CineBolt. If you have been tracking the box office and streaming charts this year, you know that 2025 has been a monumental year for cinema. From gritty war dramas and high octanes have pushed the boundaries of visual storytelling. So grab your popcorn and prepare your watch list as we count down the 12 highest rated movies of 2025. Number 12, Sisu, Road to Revenge. It is a 2025 action sequel written and directed by Jalmari Helander. The narrative picks up with Finnish ex-commando Atami Korpi, played by Jorma Tommila, attempting to rebuild his life and war-torn family home. However, peace is short-lived as he becomes the target of a vengeful Red Army commander who slaughtered his kin. What follows is a brutal cross-country chase where Korpi must once again embrace his legendary durability. The film doubles down on the visceral, over-the-top violence of its predecessor, utilizing practical effects to create a gritty, mud-soaked atmosphere. Strengths include Tommila's stoic, physical performance, and the inventive, gore-filled action choreography. However, the narrative is admittedly thin, functioning more as a vehicle for carnage than deep storytelling. Overall, it is a satisfying, adrenaline-fueled spectacle for fans of relentless action cinema. Number 11, Warfare.
We have enemy on our building and all surrounding buildings.
Roger that. Stand by. Going hot.
Better get ready, man. This is gonna hurt.
On my count. 1, 2, 3.
It is a 2025 war film co-directed by Alex Garland and Ray Mendoza. The story depicts a harrowing 2006 mission in Ramadi, Iraq, centering on a Navy SEAL platoon led by Ray Mendoza. A routine surveillance operation devolves into chaotic urban warfare as the unit faces insurgent attacks, grenades, and desperate evacuations. The film is notable for its hyper-realistic, almost documentary-style cinematography that immerses the viewer in the confusion of battle. The sound design is particularly terrifying, emphasizing the sensory overload of modern combat. The film's primary strength is its refusal to glamorize war, anchored by DeFaro Wunitai's gripping performance. However, some viewers may find the relentless bleakness and lack of traditional character backstories emotionally exhausting. Overall, it is a masterclass in tension that stands as one of the most intense war films of the decade. Number 10, Avatar: Fire and Ash.
Came from the mountain, burnt our forest. My people cried for help. But Eva did not come.
It is the 2025 sci-fi epic directed by James Cameron. The narrative follows Jake Sully and his family as they navigate the profound grief of losing Neteyam. Their struggle is compounded by a conflict with the Ash people, an aggressive Na'vi tribe led by Varang, and escalating threats from the RDA. Visually, the film is a masterpiece, contrasting the lush bioluminescence of Pandora with the stark volcanic aesthetics of the Ash people's territory. The strengths lie in the unrivaled world-building and the emotional maturity of the storytelling. While the visual spectacle is undeniable, some critics argue that the runtime is excessive and certain plot points feel like a retread of the previous installment. Despite this, the film balances intimate family drama with massive scale. Overall, it is a visual marvel that deepens the lore of Pandora and is a must-see for sci-fi enthusiasts. Number 9, How to Train Your Dragon. It is a 2025 live-action fantasy adventure directed by Dean DeBlois. A remake of the animated classic, the story is set on the island of Berk, where inventive teen Hiccup befriends a Night Fury dragon named Toothless amidst a war between Vikings and dragons. The film successfully translates the whimsical flight sequences into photorealistic majesty, with the CGI dragons carrying significant emotional weight. Gerard Butler's return as Stoic provides a strong anchor, and the score remains sweeping and emotive. However, the film faces the inevitable critique of whether a live-action remake was necessary, as it closely beats the original's narrative beats without adding significant new twists. Overall, it is a faithful, visually stunning adaptation that will delight a new generation of fans. Number 8, Frankenstein.
We would hunt you and kill you just for being who you are.
It is a 2025 gothic sci-fi drama written and directed by Guillermo del Toro. Adapting Mary Shelley's novel, the film stars Oscar Isaac as the brilliant but egotistical Victor Frankenstein, who creates life from death, leading to tragic consequences for both creator and creation. Del Toro brings his signature dark fantasy aesthetic to the production, utilizing practical makeup effects to transform Jacob Elordi into a sympathetic yet terrifying creature. The film's exploration of hubris and abandonment is intellectually stimulating. Its strengths are the atmospheric cinematography and Isaac's manic performance. However, the deliberate, slow-burn pacing might not appeal to audiences expecting a fast-paced monster movie. Overall, it is a haunting, philosophical masterpiece that offers a nuanced look at a classic tale. Number 7. F1. It is a 2025 sports drama directed by Joseph Kosinski. The plot follows Sonny Hayes, a veteran driver played by Brad Pitt, who comes out of retirement to mentor rookie Joshua Pierce and save the struggling APX GP team from collapse. The film is a technical marvel, placing cameras inside the cockpits to capture the visceral speed and danger of Formula One racing with unprecedented realism. The sound mixing of the roaring engines is immersive and intense. Strengths include the authentic racing sequences and the mentor-student dynamic between Pitt and Damson Idris. However, the script relies heavily on standard sports movie tropes, making the narrative arc somewhat predictable. Despite this, it is a high-octane thrill ride that is essential viewing for motorsport fans and action lovers alike. Number 6. Superman. Spirit of the Man of Steel. Number 5. Predator Badlands. It is a 2025 sci-fi action film directed by Dan Trachtenberg. The story offers a unique perspective by following Dek, a young exiled Yautja runt who crash lands on the deadly planet Jenna. He forms an unlikely alliance with a damaged android named Thea to hunt an unkillable apex predator. The film is praised for subverting franchise expectations by making the predator the protagonist. The visual design of the planet Jenna is hostile and imaginative. Strengths include the creature design and the innovative dialogue-sparse storytelling that relies on visual language. However, the lack of human dialogue and traditional character interactions might alienate casual viewers. Overall, it is a bold, experimental entry that breathes new life into the saga, perfect for fans of creature features. Number 4. One Battle After Another.
There's World War III out there!
It is a 2025 black comedy action thriller written and directed by Paul Thomas Anderson, inspired by Thomas Pynchon's Vineland. The film follows ex-revolutionary Pat Calhoun, played by Leonardo DiCaprio, and his daughter Willa, as they evade a vengeful colonel amidst revolutionary chaos. The film is characterized by its kinetic energy, sharp dialogue, and explosive set pieces. Anderson captures the paranoia of the era with a distinct visual style. Strengths include the powerhouse performance by DiCaprio and the biting social commentary. However, the narrative is dense and occasionally disjointed, which is typical of Pynchon adaptations, potentially confusing viewers who prefer linear storytelling. Overall, it is a chaotic, brilliant piece of cinema that balances humor and thrills, recommended for fans of auteur-driven films. Number 3. Weapons.
I've never seen anything like that in my life.
It is a 2025 mystery horror film written and directed by Zach Kreger. The unsettling premise involves the simultaneous disappearance of nearly all children from a single classroom at 2:17 a.m., sparking paranoia and a frantic investigation in a small town. The film excels at building atmospheric dread and weaving together multiple character perspectives to create a tapestry of fear. The ensemble cast, including Josh Brolin and Julia Garner, delivers grounded, terrified performances. Strengths include the film's unpredictability and creeping suspense. However, the complex structure may leave some questions unanswered, frustrating those who prefer neat resolutions. Overall, it is a mind-bending horror experience that cements Kreger as a modern master of the genre. Number 2. Sinners.
We back now.
You twins?
Nah, we cousins.
It is a 2025 period horror thriller directed by Ryan Coogler. Set in 1930s Mississippi, the plot centers on twin brothers Smoke and Stack Moore, both played by Michael B. Jordan. who return home to open a juke joint only to face a clan of vampires led by a man named Remick. The film blends Southern Gothic atmosphere with supernatural horror, exploring themes of racial tension and community resilience. Visually, it is dark and moody, using shadows to great effect. Strengths include Michael B. Jordan's distinct dual performance and the unique historical setting for a vampire tale. However, the pacing slows significantly in the second act before the explosive finale. Overall, it is a genre-defying film that offers a fresh, culturally rich take on vampire mythology. Number 1. Thunderbolts. It is a 2025 superhero action film directed by Jake Schreier. The story follows a team of CIA anti-heroes, including Yelena Belova, Bucky Barnes, and U.S. Agent, who are betrayed by their handler and forced to unite against a terrifying threat known as the Void. The film offers a grittier, more grounded alternative to typical superhero fare, focusing on espionage and hand-to-hand combat. The chemistry between Florence Pugh and Sebastian Stan drives the emotional stakes. Strengths include the redemption arcs of the characters and the intense action choreography. Although the third act devolves into a CGI-heavy spectacle, the character work remains strong throughout.